to Cooking with Frankie Meatball. It is full time, one of my favorite times of the year, and we're gonna make some caramel apples.
Hey, I'm Kevin.
And I'm Johnny E. from Philly Rock Radio.
And you're about to get cooking
with Frankie Meatball.
I'm Frankie Meatball with the YouTube cooking show. I'm Frankie Meatball of the cooking show with you. I'm Frankie Meatball every Wednesday in the show. I said it, you heard it, it is fun.
Hey guys, how are we doing today? You remember little Miss Meatball, right? Well, she's growing up, she's a little bigger Meatball now. So anyway, last night she made these caramel apples. Not just any caramel apples. She made the caramel from scratch. Fresh, homemade caramel. So, I'm gonna let her take it over. I'm gonna go take a seat and finish my caramel apple from last night. And she's gonna teach you all about a caramel apple. Without further ado, little Miss Meatball.
Hey guys, so today we're gonna make caramel apples, which is one of my favorite fall desserts. And so instead of just heating up caramel, buying it, and just heating it up, we're gonna make it from scratch. So all you'll need is 2 teaspoons of salt, a whole stick of butter, which is 4 ounces of unsalted butter. You need a 1 cup heavy cream or heavy whipping cream. You need 2 cups of sugar and whatever toppings you'd like. You could use peanuts, you could use sprinkles, you could use coconut, chocolate chips, whatever floats your boat, it does not matter. And you also are gonna need a cup of water. Let's get started. Okay, so the very first thing you wanna do is heat up your cream. Just take a small pot, pour your cream right in, and put it on like a high flame because you wanna bring it up to a boil. And it's up to you. I'm making like a Thanksgiving-y kind of caramel. And I'm gonna add allspice, cinnamon, and pumpkin pie seasoning. Putting like that much cinnamon. So I'm gonna put a good amount of allspice if you like that like bittery Thanksgiving taste. Up to you though. And then you're gonna add pumpkin pie seasoning, which I think it makes it way sweeter and adds that little pumpkin spice everybody likes. As you can tell, the cream starts boiling really fast. So it's not gonna take long, and once you boil and bring it to a boil, you're gonna take it and put it to the side. And we're gonna add 2 teaspoons of salt to our sugar. And you guys don't really need to mix it because it's all gonna melt together. You're gonna take your butter and put it in the pot. And then all we're doing is melting the butter first. And then once you add the sugar and water, you do not want to mix it because you'll break the sauce and it won't taste good whatsoever and you would have to restart. So once your butter is all melted, you're gonna add your cup of water and you're gonna add your sugar and salt. And you're really gonna want to mix it, but do not touch it. Put it back to medium high, and you could stir it a little bit with your hand. Other than that, it will melt, it'll be fine. Once you put that in, if you get some sugar on the side of the pot, obviously you cannot mix it. So you want to get like a paintbrush and have like a 1/2 cup of water. Just go around the sides, make sure all the sugar gets down into the pot. And that is it. I repeat, do not mix it, you will ruin the whole thing. And then every so often just wet the sides just to make sure it's all staying down. It's gonna start bubbling, you're gonna think it's the end of the world because it looks like it's gonna erupt and just get all over your kitchen, but it'll be fine, just let it cook and caramelize. Okay guys, so when that's still cooking and we're waiting, we're gonna take a gallon bag and we're gonna fill it up with some peanuts and we're gonna take a rolling pin and smash them up. It depends if you want light or dark caramel. If you want light caramel, you can take it off now when it's like slightly brown. But we're gonna wait a little longer because dark caramel is a little more bitter. It tastes better, in my opinion. We're gonna slowly add the cream and whisk with one hand and slowly add the cream. Slowly, because if you do it fast, it's gonna erupt and get all over your stove. So now my dad's gonna come in for help. He's gonna pour the cream while I whisk. And you want to turn off your heat. Turn it off. Once it's all incorporated, put it back on the burner, and you just want to bring it to a boil. Okay, so once you bring it up to a boil, do you want to check it and make sure it's nappe consistency? So that means you dip a spoon in it, and it stays on the spoon just a bit. And when it's perfect, turn the stove off. Okay, so you want to just put it into whatever you're going to be rolling your apples in. And turns out I took it off too soon, so we're making a light caramel, but it's still okay. And then you would like to, you want to let that cool for a little bit, just a tad, so it's a little more thick, then roll your apples. Once it becomes this consistency, you could start rolling your apples. I honestly am just gonna corner it and keep rolling it. Let it drip for a little bit, and then whatever topping you'd like, put it on a Pyrex pan and make sure it's spread out. Now I'm just gonna roll it. Make sure it's fully covered. Up to you if you want a lot of peanuts or not. And I don't know if people do this, but I've just started to hold it upside down so the peanuts don't float to the bottom. And you just continue to do this until you think it's firmed up. So they didn't have like tiny skewers. You could get those, or you could cut popsicle sticks, cut it where there's like a point and just stick them through the apple. You do want to take the stems out before you do that and wash them.
They are amazing. Let me tell you, this was from last night.
I can barely see any more of it. It's all eaten.
It was too good. Give it up for little Miss Meatball, huh? What is that? Good or what? Guys, I'm telling you, you gotta try this. This recipe is amazing. Okay? So, with that being said, if you like what you saw, hit like and subscribe. Don't forget to turn on the bell notification button so you get notified every time I put out a new video. Also, follow us on Instagram, like us on Facebook, follow us on TikTok, and don't forget my guys, PhillyRockRadio.com. They play everything from the forefathers to the band. Mama comes around. And guys, I told you I have a surprise, but you're not ready yet. It's getting there. So, with that being said, I'm going to have to tell you, how about you? Until next time.
Hey, now that's a Frankie Meatball production.
Oh, forget about it.